Good morning, everyone. Welcome. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, January 22nd. This is Power of Pure Presence, Season 2, Episode number 4. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey. Today, we're going to visit Costa Rica, and I know you're going to love it. Even if you're not a nature lover, you are going to be swept away. This is going to impact you. It's very subtle, but if you just allow yourself to step into the moment, I know it's going to touch you. One of the premises of this show is that they did a study on people who watched Planet Earth. Planet Earth was a very well done documentary, and it featured all these different things in nature. And they realized that when people watched that show, they would become 31% more grateful. And there's power in nature, whether we're immersed in it or whether we're even watching it, as you're going to watch today. And I'm excited to share that with you. And even if you're not a person who likes to be out in nature, I trust you're going to appreciate this today. But what I want for you today, let's take a moment to pause and breathe. And we do this every single show as a reminder that even throughout life, and I'll be the first to admit it, that as I get into the day, into the weeks, I have to remind myself to pause and breathe, because life comes at us fast. It's filled with thoughts. It consistently, it's just, think about your life. Think about last week. You probably can't even remember all the things that just came into your life and the thoughts that you had all day, all the things that your scenarios, you're consistently running thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and thoughts and other people's thoughts and words and our devices, just nonstop, right? So to pause and breathe is a basic thing, but we need to remind ourselves to do it, to be intentional about it. And why? Well, let's just do it right now. Instead of filling it up with words, let's just take a moment. Let's just do it today. Take a moment. Give yourself the gift of this moment. Subtle pause. The space in between the moments. There's words, and then there's no words. See if you can find that breath through your nose today and just feel the connection in your body. Make it a practice, not just today, but tomorrow, into the week. Doesn't take much. Just allowing the body to relax, soften up the brow, soften the jaw. As you breathe in through your nose, allow your belly to expand. Noticing sensations, or even if thoughts do come in, it's okay. You just let them go. What we want to allow in this space is the moments where there's nothingness, where there's just pure observation. You're not filling the space. You're not filling the moment with a thought or a judgment or some kind of pressure to do something. You just allow. And if something says, oh, I got to do this, well, then you just pause and breathe and go, well, that allow. And then whatever that thing is, maybe can wait. And so you're not a stimulus response machine. Like every thought comes in, you react. Every thought comes in and react. What if you didn't have to react? What if you could just pause and breathe and just connect to the rhythm of life? And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to connect to the rhythm of life today. We're going to go through the jungle in Costa Rica. Before we do, I want to share with you a quote that I had written down. And the quote was, I'm out of memory here. Without learning, let me grab the quote and then it'll make sense. And I need to look it up in order to find it. But as I was preparing for the show here, it came to me. Yeah, so it says, learning is not complete without unlearning. Learning is not complete without unlearning. And that translates very well to Power Pure Presence, because the living your life, the act of living every day, which involves thoughts and activities, is not complete without the opposite of it. Without the in other words, to be able to live without this obsessive thinking, or the obsession that I have to pour something into this moment. I have to manipulate this moment to get something, to get somewhere, to get a result. And think about how life we could feel burned out. We could feel unfulfilled. We could feel like a human doing and not a human being. The human being comes into play when we practice the art of just being. And that's why nature is a powerful catalyst. For some of you, it's so subtle you might miss it. I'm going to share some things here. I'm going to transition over here in a moment. And I simply want you to immerse yourself in this experience in the jungle of Costa Rica. Allow yourself to view this and see if you can just be in the moment as it unfolds. And I say it's subtle because it's just so simple. But with the complex human brains that we have, it's easy to miss it. So this video I'm about to share with you embodies, we shall not cease from exploration. In all of our exploring, we shall arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. And that, for me, is when we are immersed in this present moment. And I've had multiple experiences with different people, and I've shared nature with them, where I share them. We just somehow get into the moment and they well up with tears. Why? Because the thoughts never stop. And when they stop and you're in this moment, you tap into something, you tap into the essence of who you are, you tap into something deeper. And it's just profound and beautiful. And I've been blessed to experience it multiple times. Let me welcome in our Roku audience, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, our YouTube audience, our Facebook audience. And I want to say good morning to Michelle. Michelle, I'm glad you're on here. I know you're going to absolutely love this. I invite you to share it with somebody today that needs this. And I've had some really powerful reflections back to me on what we're doing here with Power of Pure Presence. Good morning, Sandy. Really enjoyed your video with our sponsor, Duchess DJ Love, gallivanting like a royal on the beach in Melbourne, Australia. That was beautiful. That was another great moment. Really great moment. Good morning, Mandy. Glad you're here today. I know you're going to enjoy this. Mandy, I know you're going to love this. Good morning, Ivy. I'm glad you're here listening on YouTube. And yeah, the learning and the unlearning, right? So I have to share this quote. Learning is not complete without unlearning, right? And maybe you could say activity or the act of living is not complete without the act of stillness or the void. We need both of those things in the world, society, in your world. We've immersed ourselves in activity, thinking, thought forms, concepts, structures. We've immersed ourselves in those things. What we've lost is the opposite of that. And that's one of the things that Power of Pure Presence is going to offer you. Let's transition over to the video. Join me in the jungle and see. And I invite you to journal if you have a journal, or do nothing. Do nothing. Just sit and allow this experience to wash over you. I do my best to balance this capturing what I'm doing so I can relay the experience, but also find the moments for myself, because it's to embody this as an art. It's an ongoing process. It's endless. It's infinite, and you're going to see some of that. I trust you tap into some infinity here in this. So let's transition over. I'm going to pull up the video here, and I will be here in the chat. So if you just want to sit and do nothing, you just want to breathe, just do that. If you feel the need to, something's coming up and you want to type it in, type it in. If you want to, maybe you got your journal, you want to write it down. But I want this to be an experience for you, an experience where you feel moments of presence. And I believe this will change your life. It's changed mine. Let's grab this video here. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Típico.
What do you call this?
Café típico.
Typical.
Like traditional.
Traditional.
Costa Rica.
Very nice. Arenal Volcano National Park. Here's the volcano, part of it anyway. There's lots of cloud cover, but we're going to be doing a hike that includes views of the volcano up and close, and also Lake Arenal, which is not far from here. It's going to be awesome. how old this tree is. Hey everyone, I'm walking through Arenal Volcano National Park, trekking through this hike. It's through the jungle. Just saw 2 monkeys. Incredible, incredible. And just saw a tree. Wow, wow. Oh my gosh, did not plan on that. Look at that. Wow. Just saw a tree that was 400 years old, right back on the trail. One of the most spectacular views I think I've ever seen. It's got to be up there. Incredible. Lake Arenal, right next to the Arenal volcano. Spectacular. No words to describe the beauty here. Arenal Volcano National Park. I got the volcano behind me. Got the beautiful lake in front of me. I want to share it with you. I got chills watching that again. And there was so much content I edited down to capture some of the pure moments. The place draws you in. Just being there, it just touches you. And even if you're not a nature person, it just is profound. The one thing that really struck me was powerful. I had been studying here in the United States, the quietest places in the United States, and there's some areas that, when I say quiet, no planes, no trains, no cars, no machinery, just pure silence. And I experienced that in Costa Rica there. It's so simple and profound. It touches you deeply to be in such a pure place where that tree that I saw was 400 years old. It's about 30 meters high. You could see the vines growing on it. And just type in the chat if you felt that. I would love to grab some of your shares here. Absolutely breathtaking. What are you thinking and feeling after having seen that? And of course, you have your own experiences, but maybe this show is opening up more of that, where these moments that happen in life, maybe they're quick and you go on to the next thing, but maybe we can just expand that a little bit and let in more of that opening, let in more of the life in between the thinking, the concepts, the getting to the next thing, like using this moment's only a means to an end. This moment's only to get to the next moment. This moment's only to get to the next summit. This moment is to prove, I got to prove something. It's just, and this show is just to avoid that strive and drive, chase and race continuum to prove something. It's about grabbing the essence of life. This is where the essence of life is. And that's what this show is. That's what these videos are for. They're to convey the essence of life, or in the essence of life, you find the essence of your own true being. You discover who you really are. And you didn't have to manipulate something. You didn't have to get the 7 steps to this, the 5 hacks to this, the this to that, to this. It's a pure. And Costa Rica's slogan is Pura Vida, which is pure life. And you feel that there. And you don't even have to do a whole lot. You show up, you allow the moment to unfold, you be in the moment, and life plays a symphony for you. You hear it, I should say. You hear a symphony that you would have never heard had you not paused and breathed and just opened up for it. You deserve this. You deserve to live more fully now. Eternal power. Exactly, Mandy. That's a good way to put it. Eternal power of the tree in the center of my chest. That happens consistently. It takes your breath away. It's overwhelming. Why? Why is it overwhelming to look at a tree? Because it's pure presence. It's returning to the simple. That's the next phase of life. Returning to simplicity, pure life. Remembering who you really are, not who you're supposed to be for somebody else. Oh, wow. You know, what was communicated to me and my friend Tim, who was with me, he said he had a breakthrough. I don't even know what it was, but something happened on that hike. I know that. And there was no words, you know. Of course we spoke, there was words, but the, what nature communicates, it speaks to your soul. It doesn't speak to the concepts in your head, words and structures in your head. It speaks a language your soul understands, your spirit connects with. Divinity. It's divinity, right? It's the purest. It's the natural. It's the pure. It's the natural. Sandy is feeling the power in every fiber of my being. My heart energy was keyed into the trees. Yeah, the trees. Yeah, it was powerful. It speaks to the God energy in us. Take a moment. Let's just take a moment here and just remember, pause and breathe. Just take a moment. It's Sunday. Why do we focus on the breath so much? Because life can cause stress and anxiety. And what I've said, like, we live up here, we live. Think about anxiety. What does anxiety look like in the body? Right. But the moment there's the transition, right? Oh my God, right. You feel that you're not present. You're worrying about something. You got to get something done. Self-inflicted or society pressure, right? But the moment you go, in the moment do you feel that? Do you feel that energy shift? Do you feel that, like, you're going to go through the week and this show is over? You're going to go into your week. And most of you're just going to run the same thoughts and patterns, which could go back decades for some of you. And it's going to be this. Got to get this done. Got to get that done. Got to make money. Got to run. Got to get those. Right? Think about the energy of that. But if you forget everything I say and you just go, every time you become aware of this, you go, pause and breathe. Sometimes it's that micro moment of calibration, connection, that causes, the fruit of that is a different action. You're coming from a deeper place. You're not coming from here trying to get there to make everything okay. You see, we've been indoctrinated to get there. We are hyper focused to get there. I got to get there, got to get there, got to get that done, got to get that. And by the way, I'm not saying this is bad. I'm saying any energy that's unchecked or out of control can cause damage. And if we're hyper focused and obsessed with getting somewhere, no matter where we go, that energy goes with us. And this is what I lived, for a very long time. I picked up a lot of skills and abilities I developed with that. And you don't have to go far to find that. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. But then when you get there, then it's get there, get there, get there, get there. And that energy is out of balance in our world today. And people have lost themselves and they've lost their identity in trying to get somewhere else. And what I'm suggesting is, until you become a steward of this moment, wherever you get to, doesn't matter. Until you pour fulfillment into this moment, there's no future fulfillment for you. Let me know if you're feeling what I'm saying here. Let me know if this is resonating with you as this show continues to unfold in the moment. It's happening in the moment. Life is a breathing entity. It flows freely to all, in all, through all other living, breathing beings. Beautiful, Mandy. Ivy said, yeah, the micro moment of calibration. It's a micro moment. If you can grab the micro moment, then you can expand the moment. Whatever we do now expands. Stress and anxiety now to get somewhere leads to stress and anxiety when we get there. Calibrating into peace and the essence of who you are right now, then when you get there, that's with you and never leaves you, or you return to it. Because we're still going to live life. We're still going to get caught up here. It's a part of life. There's nothing wrong about it. It's the awareness that brings us back home. And once we connect to this through power of pure presence, once we know there's a home base, then whatever happens later today, this week, in you, awareness is the key, because the awareness brings you back home. Let me know if you're getting this. Isn't this beautiful that you can live your life? You're going to feel the stress. You're going to get caught up in patterns of thinking. You might get in an ego battle. You might feel a certain way because of someone else's thought activity and patterns of belief and thinking. You can know that all of that is going to happen. But all you need to know is that there's a home you can return to where it's pure peace and fulfillment. And it can happen anywhere and anytime. It doesn't have to be you're going to get somewhere. Going to Costa Rica, getting there was a beautiful metaphor. It naturally evokes these feelings. Yes. And that's why I go back to we shall not cease from exploration. And in all of our exploring, we shall return to where we started and know the place for the first time. And every time I say that quote, it reflects more back to me. The T.S. Eliot quote from Little Giddings. And it's this process of exploring and returning back never stops. That's what I'm learning, is that as my journey continues, is that I'm not going to stop exploring. nor are you. But when you start to dial into this moment, that exploring becomes more, it becomes richer. It takes on more meaning. You have more awareness. You have more awareness that you can pour into the moment. And then you can allow the patterns of thinking, the emotional reactions, the ego battles, all of that's going to happen. You're going to get stressed. Like this isn't, I'm not here to take away your stress, right? But what I do believe is that through power of pure presence and the awareness that's increased in you and your ability to embrace the moment as it unfolds, even your own stress, self inflicted stress, that the awareness of it is going to naturally shrink it without you trying to shrink it, without you manipulating it. You see, you're always, we, society, always manipulating. We're always manipulating, manipulate this, manipulate that. But what if it didn't need manipulating? What if all it needed was to be embraced because it's a part of life? And then the moment we embrace it, when we manipulate it, maybe we're actually making it bigger. But when we just embrace it, we reduce it and then we allow the next moment by just purely being in the moment. I want to take a pause here for a moment. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, and then I'm going to share another little video with you from Costa Rica, talk about some things that we're working on to allow your journey to continue, to allow you to, instead of get somewhere, to return or to discover or rediscover who you truly are. And then build from that place. Uh, Learning is not complete without unlearning. Activity and living is not complete without stillness and nothingness. You see? Are you getting this? Duchess DJ Love, gallivanting like a royal, is one of our sponsors. She's the first sponsor of this show. Appreciate her very much. She uses travel to spread love and also to bring people into the moment. She's been to all 50 US states and 10 countries. I'm just going to give her a little shout out. She sponsors this show. So let me share her information. She's got her own show she's starting. I think Sandy was just on there. And I'm going to have another little video for you here too. I think you're going to like it. I have a lot of content. And matter of fact, let me put this up because this is the quote I've shared again here. And I propose that place you return to is this present moment where your true essence is, where your fulfillment truly is. You will get lost in achievement. You will get lost in the doing. You will get stressed. You have the ego battles, but then you'll return. And that's what this show is about. That is the essence of this show. It is simple. It is profound. It's brought people to tears. This show has brought people to tears, not because of me, because of reintroducing them to the present moment, which is into the essence of themselves, which to me is where the divine connects. It's not a thought form. It's not being able to recite concepts, ideas. It's beyond that. Your spirit, your soul transcends your thought concepts. Your thought concepts are a part of the whole ecosystem, right? But we can get so hyper focused on ideals, thoughts, and concepts. And this is the opposite of that, or it's the calibration of that, I should say. And then we go to our other sponsor here. Miss Julie Gandy, Peace and Love Amplifiers. and she just wrote her book, actually. It's called Jersey Girl Finds Peace. She focuses on helping people develop inner peace. So you can see how that's a great fit for the show. Some of us are conflicted, right? We want to live a certain way, but maybe we are attached to something that we feel like we have to do. You don't have to do anything, really. It's what you choose to do. And what you choose to do, what I want it to come from a deeper place, not superficial stuff. We've learned that money does not equal fulfillment. It doesn't. Society will continue to beat that drum, and money is very important. And you want to have money goals, if you want to have high money goals or whatever your money goals are. But money is not fulfillment. Money is a vehicle. Money is a resource. Money is a tool. And I think this is really important because we are so programmed. We're indoctrinated. What are we indoctrinated for? Make enough money or make a lot of money, right? We're indoctrinated with this. And then someday I'll have enough. Someday and one day never seem to come. And we've heard of all the stories about people who work to retirement and then they retire and all of a sudden they're gone. They die. I know this is morbid, but this is a true story. This happened. We've heard stories of this. Why? Because people are future focused. I'm going to make money today to make enough to eventually enjoy life someday. And I'm not saying that that's not important. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's out of balance. And I'm saying we need to cultivate fulfillment today, even in our current job, our current status, more fulfillment, more joy, more giving, more living in the moment. What are you feeling right now? What is your soul speaking to you? It's like when we can allow the thought noise to dissolve, right? It's this. This is the band. Boom, 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 boom. That dissolves. The soul speaks. But it's a whisper. Right? It's the whisper of the soul. Maybe today you're hearing the whisper for the first time. We'll give you another opportunity to do that. I want to share, this is something I'm excited about. We are planning a midlife oasis. What I've found in this journey that we get to the midlife, and really this is relevant for any stage, by the way. We have been given so much information that we almost need like a detox. We need to unlearn. So midlife oasis is about resetting your life, rediscovering your purpose, and living more fulfilled now. And we are going to be in Costa Rica in 2024. Let me grab this video for you now. I'm very excited to share this with you. And by the way, I think you're going to love the video as well. So let's grab that. This is, let's see, this should be it. Yeah, right here. Very, very excited about that experience to be able to provide. And I know those that go are going to be dramatically transformed. Hey, Coleman, glad you're here. And I just want to grab some of your shares with the final moments. And we'll take a moment to pause and breathe before we end. And whatever happened here today was for you. Whatever, was there something in the content? Was there something in the void of the vacuum? Did you discover something in the pause and breathe? Did a thought pop in from somewhere? Maybe that message from your soul kind of bubbled through. Just whatever that was, just observe it. You don't have to do anything with it right now. You can just acknowledge it and then determine just one concept, one idea can change your life, right? And again, I want it to bubble from that purest place within you. So yes, Costa Rica was amazing. I'm looking forward to going back. My plan is to go back before that retreat. So stay tuned for that. I'm working on that. White light, pure God alignment. Money is necessary, but not satisfying and fulfillment. Rich is not money, but a rich lifestyle. Right, right. A wealthy lifestyle. And in that drive for the love of money can lose our connection to the people that matter. Exactly. Exactly. Love and hugs. Yes, love and hugs to all. And also peaceful tranquility and relaxation. So let's take these final moments just to pause and breathe. What do you need to take with you today? What do you need to bring with you from this show? If you want to type it in, you can, but I'm going to take a moment. Pause and breathe. See if you can find that deepest breath of the day through your nose. What's most important to you? Have you been running hot? Have you been thinking too much? Have you been too much activity? Have you been sitting back overthinking maybe? What do you need to calibrate? Maybe you need to find your flow, your peaceful power, your progress from a pure place, not trying to get somewhere to prove something. Simply being in who you are, your essence. Who you are is enough. You're loved. You matter. You have something to give in this life still. Even if you don't know what it is, even if you felt lost, even if you feel like you're out of sync, it's all valuable. And Power of Pure Presence is here to give you the ability to connect with your deeper self, embrace what is, and then move forward from your true essence of who you are. Final shares with a minute to go. Thanks for the feedback, Ivy. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. This is home. Pure Presence is home. Not me, but it's a connection to what you've discovered here today. I say God bless you. I'm sending you lots of love. Well, what will next week bring for next week's show? I have more content for Costa Rica, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to trust what comes through intuitively. And I just want you to have a fantastic week, everyone. So I'm glad you were here today for Power Pure Presence Costa Rica, and I'll see you next week.